chosen one. This was meant to destroy your life, but it failed. I am speaking to you right now because this moment was not random, and if you scroll away, you may miss something that was meant to lift you out of what tried to break you. What was sent against you had one purpose: to end your peace, to scatter your future, and to make you believe that you were forgotten. But I am telling you clearly, it failed because I did not step away from you for even a second. What you went through was real, the pain was real, the confusion was real, but the outcome that was planned for you did not happen because I stood between you and destruction. You are still here, still breathing, still able to hear this, and that alone is proof that what tried to end you did not have the final word. Type Amen to affirm. Listen closely, because I want you to understand the depth of what I am saying to you right now. That situation that nearly broke your heart, that loss that made you feel empty, that pressure that kept you awake at night, it was not small, and it was not accidental. It was meant to take everything from you, piece by piece, until you had nothing left to stand on. But I placed strength inside you that you did not even recognize at the time, and I surrounded you with protection that you could not see. Even when you thought you were alone, even when you believed no one was helping you, I was working in ways you could not understand. Before you continue listening, take a moment and like this video as a simple act of faith, because what is coming next will open your eyes to what I have already done for you. You kept going when it felt impossible, and you kept holding on when everything around you told you to let go. That is not because you are lucky, and it is not because things just worked out. It is because I refused to let what was designed to destroy you succeed. There were moments when the outcome could have been very different, moments where one small shift could have changed everything for the worse. But I redirected paths, I delayed things, I blocked what needed to be blocked, and I allowed only what would strengthen you to pass through. That is why you are still standing, even if you feel tired and worn down. What you experienced was not wasted, and it was not meaningless. Every tear you cried, every night you spent in silence, every time you felt like giving up, it all became part of something greater that I am building within you. I did not allow that pain to destroy you, I allowed it to shape you. I turned what was meant for harm into something that will serve your future, even if you cannot fully see it yet. You may still feel the weight of what happened, but you are no longer under its power. It no longer has the authority to define you, because I have already rewritten that outcome. There are people who would not have survived what you went through, and there are paths that would have ended differently for others, but you were not left to face it alone, even when it seemed like you were. I placed something inside you that kept you moving forward, even when your mind was overwhelmed and your heart was heavy. That quiet strength you felt was not your own. It was me holding you together when everything else felt like it was falling apart. You may not have recognized it at the time, but you were being carried through something that was never meant to be your end. Type 1111 if you believe. Now I want you to see something clearly, because this is where your understanding begins to shift. The fact that it failed means that your life carries more purpose than what tried to stop it. There is something ahead of you that required you to survive what you went through, something that could not happen if you had been taken out in that season. That is why I intervened. That is why I protected you, and that is why I kept you moving forward even when you did not have the strength to do it on your own. Your survival was not accidental, it was intentional. You may still carry questions, and you may still wonder why certain things were allowed to happen in the first place. But understand this, not everything that comes against you is meant to stay, and not everything that hurts you is meant to end you. Some things are allowed for a moment, but they are never given the power to finish you. I decide what reaches its final point in your life, and what came against you was stopped before it could complete its assignment. That is why you are here, listening to this right now. Do not underestimate what it means that you made it through. Do not look at your survival as something small or ordinary. There were unseen battles fought on your behalf. There were outcomes changed that you will never fully know about, and there were moments where I stepped in at exactly the right time. You may have felt like you were barely holding on, but from my view, you were being preserved for something that is still ahead of you. This is not the end of your story. It is the proof that your story continues. What failed against you will not rise again in the same way, because it has already been exposed and broken. The power it tried to have over you has been removed, and what remains is the strength that was built inside you through it. You are not the same person you were before that season, and you are not meant to be. You have been refined, strengthened, and prepared for what is next, even if you are still discovering it step by step. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method, now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. That realization is not small. It is the beginning of a new way of living, where fear no longer controls your decisions. You are learning to walk forward with a different kind of awareness, one that comes from knowing you were protected for a reason. There are parts of you that changed in ways you may not even recognize yet. The way you see people, the way you respond to pressure, the way you think about your own life, all of it has been shaped by what you endured. You may have thought that everything was falling apart, but in truth, something inside you was being rebuilt. I was removing what could not carry you into the future I have prepared for you, even if it felt painful at the time. What remains is stronger, clearer, and more aligned with where you are going next. Type 1010 if you trust God. I want you to understand something that will steady your heart. The same force that tried to break you will not have the same access to you again, because you are no longer in the same place you once were. You have grown beyond certain traps, you have seen through certain lies, and you have developed a strength that cannot be easily shaken. What once would have overwhelmed you will not have the same effect now, because you are not the same person anymore. I have taken you through a process that has changed how you stand, how you think, and how you move forward. There were moments when you felt like everything was slipping away from you, and you could not find anything solid to hold on to. But even in those moments, I was giving you something deeper than temporary stability. I was teaching you how to stand without depending on things that can be taken away. I was building a foundation inside you that does not collapse when circumstances change. That is why you are still here with a sense of quiet strength, even after everything you faced. You may still feel the echoes of what happened, and there may be times when those memories try to pull you back into old fears, but I am reminding you that those moments no longer define where you are going. They are part of your past, not your future. What lies ahead of you is not controlled by what tried to end you, but by what I have already secured for you. You are moving forward under my protection, not under the shadow of what once threatened you. The truth is, you were never as close to being destroyed as it felt in those dark moments. What you experienced was intense, but it was never beyond my control. I allowed you to walk through it, but I did not allow it to take you out. There is a difference between being tested and being defeated, and you were tested, but you were not defeated. That distinction matters, because it means your story did not end in loss, it continues in strength. You are entering a season where you will begin to see small signs that things are shifting in your favor. These signs may not come all at once, and they may not always be loud or obvious, but they will be real. You will notice doors opening that once felt closed, opportunities appearing where there was nothing before, and a sense of clarity replacing confusion. These are not coincidences, they are the results of what I have already been setting in motion behind the scenes. What you survived is now making space for what is coming. Type 222 to receive blessings. Do not rush past this moment, because what I am building in you right now is meant to last. It is easy to look for quick relief, to want everything to change immediately, but what I am doing is deeper than that. I am establishing something within you that cannot be easily shaken by future storms. I am strengthening your inner foundation so that when new challenges come, you will not be moved in the same way. You will stand with a confidence that comes from knowing you have already been through something that tried to end you and failed. There is also something important you need to see about your value. What tried to destroy you did not come without reason. It came because there is something in you that matters. Your life carries weight, your presence has impact, and your future holds something that could not be allowed to be stopped. That is why the pressure was so strong, because what is inside you is not ordinary. But I am the one who decides what continues and what ends, and I chose to keep you moving forward. You are not overlooked, and you are not forgotten. Even in the moments when you felt invisible, when it seemed like no one understood what you were going through, I was fully aware of every detail. I saw every tear, I heard every silent cry, and I responded in ways that you may not have recognized at the time. My presence did not leave you, even when everything around you felt uncertain. That is why you made it through, even when you did not know how you would. As you continue from here, I want you to move with a different kind of trust. Not a blind trust, but a trust built on what you have already experienced. You have seen what happens when something tries to break you and fails, and that is not something to forget. That is something to carry with you as you move forward. It is a reminder that you are not walking alone, and that what comes against you does not have the final say. What is ahead of you will require courage, but it will not require you to face it without support. I will continue to guide you, to protect you, and to open the right paths at the right time. You do not need to have everything figured out right now. You only need to keep moving forward with the understanding that you are being led. The same hand that brought you through what almost destroyed you is the same hand that will lead you into what is meant for you. I carried you through it so you would come out with a deeper understanding of who you are and what I have placed inside you. What failed against you revealed something greater within you that cannot be easily shaken or taken away. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate, because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. There is a reason you did not break the way it seemed like you would. There is a reason you are still able to stand, still able to think, still able to move forward even after everything that came against you. That reason is not found in chance, and it is not found in luck. It is found in the protection that surrounded you and the strength that I placed inside you before you even knew you would need it. You were prepared in ways you did not recognize, and that preparation is what carried you through when everything else felt uncertain. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. Now, I want you to pay attention to how you see yourself moving forward. There was a time when you doubted your ability to endure, when you questioned whether you had what it takes to keep going. But now you have lived through something that answers that question for you. You have seen your own resilience, you have experienced your own endurance, and you have discovered that you are stronger than you believed. That is not something small, and it is not something to ignore. What you went through stripped away certain illusions that were never meant to stay in your life. It showed you what is real and what is not, what matters and what does not, what is worth holding on to and what needs to be released. That kind of clarity does not come easily, and it does not come without pressure. But now that you have it, you are able to move differently, to choose differently, and to respond differently to what comes your way. You are no longer the same person who walked into that storm. There are people who will not understand what changed in you, and that is because they did not walk through what you walked through. They did not feel what you felt, and they did not see what you saw. But you do not need their understanding to validate what has taken place inside you. What matters is that you know something is different, and that difference will guide how you move from this point forward. You are no longer trying to survive, you are beginning to step into something greater. There is also a new level of awareness that is forming within you, one that helps you recognize what is right for you and what is not. You are becoming more sensitive to what aligns with your path and what does not belong in your life anymore. This is not something to ignore, it is something to trust. I am guiding you through that awareness, helping you make choices that will protect your peace and strengthen your future. You are not being left to figure this out on your own. Type 555 to affirm. I want you to understand that what failed against you has already lost its place in your future. It does not have the ability to follow you into what I am preparing for you next. That chapter has already been closed, even if you still feel its effects from time to time. What lies ahead is not built on what almost destroyed you, it is built on what you became because you made it through. That distinction matters, because it changes how you see your own story. You are not defined by the pain you experienced, you are defined by the strength that came out of it. You are not marked by the moments where you felt weak, you are marked by the fact that you did not give up. That is what carries weight, that is what moves with you, and that is what will shape what comes next. I am not looking at you through the lens of what you went through, I am looking at you through the lens of what you have become. There is something else I need you to recognize. The fact that you survived what you did means that you carry something that cannot be easily stopped. There is a purpose in your life that required you to make it through that moment, and that purpose is still unfolding. You may not see the full picture yet, and you may not understand how everything connects, but that does not mean it is not there. I am revealing it to you step by step in a way that you can carry without being overwhelmed. As you continue forward, you will begin to notice that your confidence is not coming from external things the way it once did. It is not based on what people say, or what circumstances look like, or what outcomes you can control. It is coming from something deeper, something more stable, something that does not shift as easily. That confidence is rooted in the fact that you have already faced something that tried to end you and it did not succeed. That truth becomes a foundation you can stand on. There will still be moments where you feel uncertain, and there will still be times when you wonder what is coming next. But those moments will not have the same power over you as they once did. You are learning how to stand, even when you do not have all the answers, and that is a strength that will carry you far. You do not need to see everything clearly to keep moving forward. You only need to trust that you are being guided. You are not walking into your future empty-handed. You are carrying with you everything that was built inside you during that difficult season. You are carrying strength, awareness, clarity, and a deeper connection to me that cannot be easily shaken. Those things will shape how you move, how you choose, and how you respond to what comes next. You are equipped in ways you may not fully realize yet. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. What is ahead of you is not meant to break you, it is meant to reveal you. It is meant to show you what you are capable of, what you can handle, and what you can become when you continue to trust and move forward. You are stepping into something that aligns with who you have become, not who you used to be. That is why the past could not hold you, and that is why what tried to destroy you had to fail. You were not being pushed into emptiness. You were being prepared for something that needed space to grow. What you lost was not your life. It was what could not carry your life forward. There were connections, habits, and thoughts that could not follow you into what I have prepared. Some of them felt comfortable, some of them felt necessary, but they were not aligned with where you are going. I allowed them to fall away, not to hurt you, but to protect you from being held back. What felt like loss was also protection, even if you could not see it clearly at the time. I was separating you from what would have slowed you down or weakened your path. Type 1212 to claim miracles. You may have asked yourself why certain doors closed so suddenly, why certain people became distant, and why certain plans did not work out. Those questions came from a place of confusion, but the answers are now becoming clearer. Those doors were not meant to lead you where you needed to go. Those people were not meant to walk with you into your next season. Those plans were not designed for the life that is opening in front of you now. I did not take anything from you without purpose. Every shift, every ending, every unexpected change had a reason connected to your future. I was guiding you away from what could not support what I am building in your life. Even when it felt like you were being left with nothing, I was actually positioning you for something greater. You were not abandoned, you were being redirected. What you are stepping into now requires a clearer mind and a stronger heart. It requires you to trust in what you cannot fully see yet. I am leading you into a place where you will not have to fight the same battles in the same way. The weight that once pressed heavily on you will begin to lift as you move forward. You will start to feel a sense of relief that you did not think was possible before. There is also a new level of peace that is beginning to settle within you. It may come in quiet moments, in small realizations, or in the way you respond differently to situations that once overwhelmed you. That peace is not random. It is a sign that you are no longer under the same pressure you once were. I am restoring what was shaken, but I am restoring it in a stronger form. What returns to you will not be the same as what you lost. It will be better suited for who you are now. You are being taught how to move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. There were things you held on to that you believed were essential, but they were actually slowing you down. Now you are learning to walk lighter, to think clearer, and to act with greater intention. This is not about losing everything, it is about gaining what truly matters. You are being aligned with what will support your growth, not hinder it. Type 333 if you walk by faith. You may notice that your focus is shifting in ways you did not expect. Things that once seemed important may no longer hold the same place in your life. Things you once overlooked may now feel more meaningful. This is part of the transformation that is happening within you. I am adjusting your perspective so you can recognize what is truly valuable and what is not. Do not resist these changes, even if they feel unfamiliar. Growth often feels uncomfortable at first because it moves you out of what you are used to. But what you are moving into is better than what you are leaving behind. You are not losing your life. You are gaining a new understanding of it. You are stepping into a version of yourself that is more aligned, more aware, and more prepared. There is something else you need to understand clearly. What tried to destroy you was not stronger than the purpose I placed within you. It came with force, it came with pressure, but it did not come with authority. Authority belongs to me, and I did not give it permission to end your story. That is why it failed, and that is why you are still here. You are not walking forward empty, even if it felt like everything was taken from you. You are carrying lessons, strength, and clarity that you did not have before. Those things will guide you in ways you may not fully understand yet. They will help you make better choices, avoid certain paths, and recognize what is right for you. You are equipped in ways that go beyond what you can see. As you continue moving forward, you will begin to see how everything is connecting. Moments that once felt random will start to make sense. Situations that once confused you will begin to reveal their purpose. You will see that nothing you went through was wasted, even the parts that hurt the most. I have been weaving everything together into something that will serve your future. There is a quiet strength building in you, one that does not need to be loud to be real. It is steady, it is grounded, and it is growing with each step you take. That strength will carry you through what is ahead without the same level of struggle you once experienced. You are not being sent back into the same storm, you are being led into a different kind of season. Have you heard about the secret ritual the government does not want people to know? Imagine if just 7 seconds could clear your debts and bring wealth effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 top neuroscience labs confirm this is real. Families who were struggling are now moving into dream homes with peace of mind, but this secret could be taken down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. You are also learning how to trust in ways that go deeper than before. Not just trust in what you can see, but trust in what you have already experienced. You have seen what happens when something tries to take you out and fails. That experience is something you can hold on to as you move forward. It is proof that you are not alone and that you are being protected. Stay steady in this moment, because what is unfolding in your life is not small. You are being repositioned, realigned, and prepared for what comes next. The path in front of you may not look the way you expected, but it is leading you exactly where you need to go. What failed against you has already done its part, and now you are stepping into what was always meant for you. Every step you take now is being shaped with intention, even when you cannot fully see the outcome. You are not guessing your way forward, you are being guided. There is a quiet confidence beginning to rise within you, and it is different from anything you have felt before. It is not loud, it does not demand attention, but it is steady and real. This confidence is not based on perfect circumstances, it is based on what you have already survived. You know now that even when things feel overwhelming, you are not easily broken. That awareness changes how you move, how you decide, and how you respond to what comes next. Type 444 to affirm. I want you to recognize how far you have come, not just in what has happened around you, but in what has changed within you. You do not react the same way you once did, and you do not carry the same fears you once held on to. You are learning to pause, to think, and to move with intention instead of panic. That shift did not happen overnight. It came through everything you endured. What once felt like pressure has now become part of your strength. There were moments when you felt like you were losing control, like everything was slipping beyond your reach. But what you did not see was that I was taking control in ways that protected you from outcomes that could have been far worse. What felt like chaos was not without boundaries, and what felt like loss was not without purpose. I was shaping the outcome even when you could not recognize it. You were never left without covering, even when it felt like everything was exposed. You are entering a space where you will begin to make decisions with greater clarity. You will notice that you are no longer as easily influenced by fear or pressure. Instead, there is a sense of calm that allows you to see things for what they are. This is not something you created on your own. It is something I have been building within you. It is a sign that you are moving into a more stable and grounded way of living. There are opportunities that are beginning to form around you, even if they are not fully visible yet. These opportunities are not random, they are connected to everything you have been through. What you experienced has prepared you to recognize and step into them when the time comes. You will not miss what is meant for you, because I will make sure it is clear when it appears. You are being positioned to receive what aligns with your path. Type 666 if you believe you are protected. Do not allow doubt to pull you back into old patterns of thinking. There may be moments where uncertainty tries to return, where old fears try to rise again, but you are not in the same place anymore, and those thoughts do not have the same power over you. You have already seen what happens when something tries to destroy you and fails. That truth is stronger than any doubt that tries to surface now. What you are becoming is not something that can be easily undone.